story of hope and perseverance on this Independence Day. All that and more now on Graph's Grievances. I've selected a nominee who is widely recognized not only as one of America's sharpest legal minds, but someone who brings to his work a spirit of decency, modesty, integrity, even-handedness, and excellence. Those were the words of President Barack Obama as he nominated Merrick Garland to be the nation's 113th Supreme Court Justice in March of 2016. Garland, at the time the Chief Judge of the Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit, the most important federal appeals court in the nation. In choosing Judge Garland to fill the seat on the High Court created by the death of the ultra-conservative Justice Antonin Scalia, Obama selected a jurist known for his meticulous work ethic and adherence to legal principles, rather than ideological bent. Garland, the grandson of Jewish immigrants from Eastern Europe, had served presidents from both parties and won bipartisan praise for his integrity and professionalism. Chief Justice Roberts noting, quote, "Anytime Judge Garland disagrees, you know you're in a difficult area." And staunch conservative Republican Senator Orrin Hatch, chair of the Judiciary Committee at the time, saying Garland would be a, quote, "consensus nominee for the Supreme Court who would be very well supported by all sides." Born and raised in Illinois, Garland was valedictorian of his public high school class. He won scholarships to attend Harvard University, where he graduated summa cum laude, and Harvard Law School, where he graduated magna cum laude, and served on the Harvard Law Review. Following graduation, Garland clerked for Supreme Court Justice William Brennan, widely considered to be among the court's most influential members ever. Thanking President Obama for nominating him to the highest court in the land, the normally reserved Garland choked up and said, quote, "This is the greatest honor of my life other than Lynn agreeing to marry me 28 years ago." Yet despite Garland's impeccable career, character, and intelligence, Republicans would block him from serving on the high court, refusing to hold hearings or a vote on his confirmation. This dereliction of duty spearheaded by their Machiavellian majority leader, Senator Mitch McConnell, who called his blocking of Garland's nomination, quote, "one of my proudest moments." For Garland, the loss of a chance to sit on the Supreme Court was personal and painful, though he took pains not to show it. He refused to talk about the unprecedented snub and never politicized it, quietly returning to his work as Chief Judge on the U.S. Court of Appeals. And that could have been the end. But in just a few long years, Garland would accept a role possibly far more important than serving as an Associate Justice on the U.S. Supreme Court. President-elect Joe Biden would nominate Merrick Garland to serve as the United States Attorney General, and crucially, restore confidence in the beleaguered Justice Department. Over the prior 4 years, the agency was politicized like never before. Former President Donald Trump pressured the department to target his political enemies and turn a blind eye to his lawlessness. Trump's term in office ending with his Attorney General William Barr resigning after Trump refused to acknowledge he lost the 2020 election, and even sent a mob of his supporters to attack the U.S. Capitol. Following his bipartisan confirmation by a vote of 70-30, Garland getting right to work righting the ship. The Attorney General appointing an independent special counsel to oversee Trump's role in the January 6th attack, and his hoarding of classified documents at his Florida estate. Garland also pledging not to interfere with the investigation into President Biden's son Hunter being led by a Trump-appointed U.S. attorney. Simultaneously, Garland working to radically shift DOJ priorities from political persecutions to a focus on civil rights, voting rights, and combating racial discrimination in policing. The monumental task, still very much being carried out by Attorney General Garland, is not just about restoring the independence and integrity of the Justice Department, but reminding all Americans that our freedom, our independence, is only possible when we uphold the rule of law and apply it equally to all. On this Independence Day, all Americans have Merrick Garland to thank for not giving up in the face of adversity and continuing his service to the United States of America. Thanks for watching Graph's Grievances. Let me know what you think, and please subscribe.